Hello, friends. Welcome to SAP Material Ledger and Actual Costing training session. So let's understand the Material Ledger concept. Material Ledger basically helps store value of stock in three different valuations in multiple currencies. It could be for legal valuation, valuation for reporting purposes, and profit center valuation. So what is the Material Ledger and Actual Costing concept? The Material Ledger is a tool within the CO module that collects all transaction data for materials whose master data is stored in the material master. It acts as a subledger for selected materials that capture all good movements, invoice values, transfers, and price changes. On the basis of this data, the material ledger calculates and maintains the actual cost for this material. These actual costs can then be utilized to validate the material stock accounts. Objectives of the material ledger. So basic objectives are parallel currencies or valuation of material stocks. All goods movement in the ledger can be maintained in three currencies. The values are translated into other currencies using the historical exchange rate. Objectives of actual costing. During the period, valuation of all goods movement is done with the preliminary valuation price, which is the standard price. All variance from the preliminary valuation, that is to standard price, are captured in the material ledger. At period end, a revaluation of ending inventory is performed with determined actual price. Now, what are the benefits of actual costing? Variances of raw material, semi-finished, finished goods. Now, variances from external procurement, that is purchase order, as well as from production activities, are rolled up from raw and semi-finished material to the finished goods level. It provides support for procurement-related decisions, detailed reporting for procurement processes and source possible make versus buy, vendor A versus vendor B, price history, and so on. It combines the benefit of moving average and standard price. So actual costing combines the benefit of moving average and standard price. Stable prices used for controlling purposes, that is standard, and actual price used for valuation purpose, that is average. Easy to use display and error finding by consolidating the views, allows quick access to detailed view of material master, standard cost, and documents. So benefits of actual costing are further like relatively simple configuration and setup, not major configurations are required. It's a simple to configure and set up. It's a true cost of sales accounting process, purchasing and production variances. Whatever purchasing and production variances for unsold stock are inventorized. So it doesn't remain in the P&L. Contribution margin with actual cost of sales. By utilizing multi-level settlement, actual values for your cost component split can be attained. This can be then transferred to PA. Now, material ledger is mandatory in S4HANA. So material ledger is now mandatory in S4HANA. Activating actual costing is still optional. Now, what are the material ledger actual costing changes in S4HANA? SAP has made significant design simplification in material ledger actual costing. Material ledger processing logic is fundamentally changed. Many functional restrictions have been removed, and a new period status logic is in place. Simplified process. So there were there are four separate process: single level, multi-level, revaluation of consumption, WIP revaluation are merged into one step. Okay, all of these are now merged into one step. Simplified data structures. More than 20 relationally coupled tables are replaced by only two column stored tables. Simplified calculation logic. Minimize rounding errors, less not distributed values, no need for a constant preliminary value, no rescaling differences in AVR. Less restrictions, changes of standard price will be allowed. So changes of standard price during the month will be allowed. Earlier, this was not allowed. You could not change any standard price during the month. Now, before S4HANA 1610, you will find here that in the ML material ledger actual costing cockpit, you had Selection, determine sequence, single level price determination, multi-level price determination, revaluation of consumption, post-closing, and mark material prices. Now this, all of these steps, various steps have been removed and combined into simplified steps. Now, similarly, in the tables, if you see here, there were so many tables, MBEW, and of course these are still there, but there were multiple tables which were used, and then you had CKML, PP, CKML, CR, MLCD, and all of this stuff. So all of these now have been merged into a simplified ones. Even in material quantity, there are a lot of systems. So if I go into the next slide, you will find now the with 1610, the structure and period end closing of ML are completely redesigned. So you will find selection, preparation, settlement, and post closing and mark prices. So all of the steps, various steps, multi-level, single level, all of that have been now removed and simplified. So everything is now pushed into preparation, settlement, post closing. Okay. Similarly, all of these, if you find here, all there are so many material tables. So now all of that have been removed, and there are two tables for ML valuation, that is ML doc and ML doc CCS. So only these two tables are there, and of course for storing historic data, we have MBEW for the material which are stock related. One is EBW, which is relating sales order stock. QBSW is nothing but project related stock, and OBEW. Okay. So these are all the changes which have been done. Similarly, all of these, now for example, all of these tables have been removed and simplified. MATDoc and MATDoc extract and all of these. So on the fly aggregation and compatibility views for indices and absolute tables. Simplified data structures, optimized calculation logic, streamlined process, easier handling. That's the beauty of actual costing in S4HANA since 1610. Material price analysis report CKM3. Technically, data are retrieved from table MLDoc, MLDoc CCS, and MLDoc extract, and MLDoc CCS extract. So here you will find the CKM3 screen. If you see here CKM3 screen, you will find material, you find plant, period, and fiscal year. And here you can find the actual value, for example, and the price determination structure. So here you find that what exactly are comprising a single level. For example, in this case, if you see here, there was an order settlement done, and there is a price difference of 220. So whatever is coming in the receipt line from normal document shows single variance. So this is a single level variance. Whatever come in the receipt line, settlement document with red icons, if you see here, this is a red icon. So this is coming from the lower level. So this is a lower level showing multi-level difference. So here in the manufacture of cocoa liquor, which is a semi-finished product, cocoa nibs is used. So cocoa nibs is nothing but a raw material, and the price difference, the procurement price difference is now rolled up into the receipt of production of cocoa liquor. So this 3,300 is the price difference coming in from the lower level. Okay, so here you are finding 3,300. So this is nothing but multi-level difference. New data model. Now, the new data model is all of these earlier tables where the MLHD, MLIT, MLPP, MLPPF, MLCR, MLCRF, all of this now merged into MLDoc. All of these old tables, CKMLPP, CKMLCR, MLC, so many tables. All of these are now going into MLDoc. And then finally the MLDoc CCS. So CKML is nothing but going into MLDoc CCS. MLKPH is going into MLDoc CCS. Okay, and these are the still existing QBW, OBW, and all that stuff. Okay, so here basically quickly we will understand what exactly has been replaced by what. So here is the new table MLDoc, material ledger document. All of these have been replaced, all these old tables, MLSD, MLIT, and so on and so forth. MLDoc CCS, material ledger document cost component split. So it replaces MLKEPH, CKMLKEPH, and CKMLKCO. So this is the optimized data structure for cost component split in ML actual costing. ML doc extract. So this is extract of material ledger document, similar to ML doc, but contains only information about quantity and value. It is possible to compress this table to one entry per period and cost estimates. Number wire report FCML 4H underscore ML doc underscore extract compress. Similarly, ML doc CCS underscore extract from material ledger document cost component split. It is similar to ML doc extract, but with information per cost component table. ML doc extract, ML doc CCS will be used especially to calculate information about beginning inventory in specific period by accumulating quantities and values from all previous periods. ML run list. Now this is object list for costing run, replacement of earlier table CKML V011 status in CKMLPP. All of this information about store material and activity type and ML costing is stored in this. You will find the detail in SAP note 2352383. With S4HANA, the inventory valuation tables do exist as DDIC definition as well as database object. However, they will only be used to store material master data attributes. The transaction field, LBQM, SALK3, and LKV value based on POP will be retrieved from the material ledger table CKMLPP and CKMLCR. And those fields are not updated anymore in the original tables. Single level, multi level settlement concept removed. So with the S4HANA, the concept of single level, multi level is removed. The settlement functionality passes the lower variance in a production process up to the final finished product. So ML updates the material master. If you see that the material ledger updates the material master, this is the accounting view, and you will find here that this is, you can directly go into CKM3 by clicking on material price analysis. Okay, so this is a raw material. In the accounting view, you will find the company code currency and the group currency. There are two currencies which are activated, company code and group currency. And it also calculates this is a standard price, and you will find here the period. Once the actual price is calculated, the price control will become V, and this will have a periodic unit price. The actual price will be shown here. And this is the integrated material ledger display. So here you will find here the beginning inventory, the receipts, the receipts cumulative inventory, consumption, and ending inventory. Here you will find here the price differences which are incurred at receipt stage and all of that. Now, material ledger. The material ledger basically has two functions. One is parallel currencies, translation at historic rates, up to three currencies possible. Parallel valuations, you can have group valuation, you can have legal valuation, and you can have profit center. For profit center, you need to have transfer prices activated and revaluation of stock at actual prices. So the same thing, material ledger, one example, local currency and group currency. In financial accounting, we can have local currency and group currency. In controlling also, you can have local currency and group currency updated. Now, price control. SAP recommends price control S for all material types to get the full benefit of actual costing. So raw material, packing material, semi-finished material, finished material, consumables, and traded material. All of these, generally, we should have price control S to get the full benefit of actual costing. So SAP recommends price control S for all these material types when the actual costing is activated. Now, what is moving average price? The price control moving average price. So what are the advantages? The stock value is adjusted each time goods are received. So each time the good receipt is done, the stock value is adjusted. Real-time price fluctuations are posted to stock. Price difference posting only takes place in exceptional cases. Now, what are the disadvantages of moving average price? Price fluctuation cannot be adjusted to the finished products of higher levels. So this is one of the major drawbacks. Price fluctuation cannot be adjusted to the finished product of higher level. Only recommended for raw materials or goods procured externally. Real-time price for good receipt known. False entries with severe consequence. Compounded errors. There can be a compounded errors in case of moving average price. Danger of incorrect valuation with delayed invoice receipt. If the invoice receipt is delayed, there is a problem of danger of incorrect valuation.